Hello. This topic was added to the course in 2020 as we are all being called to navigate rapid change around the world. Yet, knowing how to lead groups through disruptions back to stability, we hope will support you even when we are not facing a global pandemic. The 4 short videos within this topic provide you tips and techniques for working with teams who are facing external change and the conflict that can cause. Our job as leaders in these times is to serve as a guide and to help our team members to unlock the opportunities hidden within disruption and not to get stuck in fear. We are going to draw on systems theory and systems thinking here. Applying the study of systems to leadership development has been an amazing breakthrough and can be found in the research of Peter Senge, Margaret Wheatley, Ronald Heifetz, and Sharon Parks, among others. I have found systems theory foundational in my research around conflict transformation as well. In systems theory, we consider how living systems, humans are systems, and so are groups of humans, how they all deal with change and evolve, or don't. Learning about how systems work, becoming a systems thinker, can also help you to better approach group problem solving. Yet in these videos, we're going to focus just on how to help groups to adjust to external change. We live on a planet that is a complex system that is made up of interconnected systems within systems within systems. A system is a complex grouping of things. You are a complex living system. Within you, you will find a digestive system, a respiratory system, a nervous system, and even a belief system. All of these systems are interconnected and are made up of smaller systems, and so on. Going outward, a team is an interconnected grouping of humans. It's a system. And these interconnected people are also parts of other teams and families as well. Interconnected teams make up companies and towns and countries and continents and so on. The good news for us is that systems respond in a similar way to change. And simply, when external change comes and disrupts a system, it goes through 4 stages to adapt to change. But there is a risk of the system getting stuck in one of those 4 stages and refusing to adapt. Our work as leaders is to help the system of which we are a part, to gather information about the disruption, to integrate it, and to evolve. Every living system goes through 4 stages when adapting to change. First, the system is disrupted when change comes, like the news of a pandemic or of a financial crisis, for example. As the system then works to incorporate this information, and depending on the required change within the system, it will move through some degree of chaos. That's the second phase. As the system incorporates the new information, it adapts or evolves, and eventually will come back to homeostasis or stability. You can think of these 4 stages as an adventure. Change begins as you start out. Then there's a messy middle. And then we adapt and return home. And like with any good adventure, when we return home, we are different than when we began. Systems can get stuck and refuse to change. We have all seen organizations that do not adapt and they fail, or people who get stuck in the past and may destroy relationships as a result. The good news is there are methods to both identify what stage a person or a group is in and techniques for each stage that we can use to move through. In the following videos, I will describe how to identify a stage and give you some strategies to move through and to help another when they might have gotten stuck. When leading through the rapid change adventure, it is great to consider what a good hiking guide would do. I live in the mountains, and I know when I'm guiding others on a backcountry trip, I try to make people feel safer when I identify our location. And if we can share where we are and understand where we're going. I also try to keep an eye on those with whom I'm hiking and see how they're faring. How is the pace of change? What might others need at the beginning or when things get rough? You too can act as a guide through change by identifying the stage that a group is in, keeping an eye on the individuals, and helping them to stay in a learning or evolving mode. There are practical actions that you can take as a guide through change, and I'm hoping that this will help. This will all make much more sense as we dive into the 4 stages. To close this video, however, I leave you with this quote from the wonderful Indian poet Tagore. "Let me not pray to be sheltered from dangers, but to be fearless in facing them. Let me not beg for the stilling of my pain, but for the heart to conquer it." Change can be very unnerving, as what we have taken for granted is threatened or is destroyed. I hope that learning to guide through change works and strengthens your heart and courage to make the world better.